We're about to reach the. We're about to
Family,
reach,
say hi.
We're about to reach the center of Bet Sahur, and we're going to find this is marked with Christmas tree, which is very clear from here in the middle that you're gonna see it nearby. And by the way, in Bethlehem and Beit Jal and Bet Sahur, we have like a Christian community here, and we have the right to celebrate Christmas since a long time, even if we're living in the minorities, but it's fine. So that's why we're going to see the Christmas tree over here, and the biggest in the manger square, which is next to the Church of Nativity, and that's a place where we have all kind of activities, especially Christmas. Like the 24th of December, we have a Christmas fest for Catholics. 7th of January goes for the Greek Orthodox, and then 18th of January and 19th is for the Armenians. So that's how it is here. It's like 3 main Christmases in the city of Bethlehem. That's our Christmas tree in Bet Sahur city. This is the center of Bet Sahur, and as we can see, we don't have like big shopping malls here in Bethlehem. So just small individual shops around here and there. That's how we get our things: groceries, supermarket, vegetables, and that's where we collect our things. It's a very small cities, and that's one of the main streets that's connect Bet Sahur with Bethlehem. Soon we're gonna be in Bethlehem. According to the people who are living in the city of Bethlehem and the population, basically it's 42,000 people who are living nowadays in Bethlehem city. Divided, as I mentioned, for you, for Muslims and Christians, for 90% as majority and 10% for Christians as minorities. That's according to different ratios here in population in the city of Bethlehem. And for sure we have the 3 main denominations, like based on the city of Bethlehem, like Catholic, Orthodox, Armenian, and that's how they are sharing also the Church of Nativity. Passing this small roundabout, you're gonna see that there is a sign with goodbye from Bet Sahur, and then we're getting into Bethlehem. So now you're gonna feel like it's going more hilly. So we used to be in the fields, and now we're getting into the mountain. The funny thing here, 620 meters above sea level, going to 780, and it's 1 minute away, as you can see. Winter time we get snow for like 1 day maybe in Bethlehem, and in Bet Sahur nothing. So just 1 or 2 minutes away, and there's like nothing. So that's how we're getting into the city of Bethlehem. And to your right side there's a tree with different kind of fruits. That's a sign we are getting into the city of Bethlehem. We have seen that big beetle hang over that place. So there is a long story behind that. I'll tell you later on about this.
Mari, can you talk about the history of the Church of the Nativity, or do you want to keep it?
I'd like to keep it as we get in
Okay.
there. So because there's a lot of things to see there.
I know, that's why I thought.
So we're gonna explain the whole history as we get into the church. I'd like to show you the things that they've discovered,
Okay.
things like it's been renovated, and there are a lot of things. So friends, soon we're gonna be in the manger street. As I mentioned for you, it's connected with the manger square in both directions, and also in the old city. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the fest in Bethlehem, especially in the old city of Bethlehem in the Star Street. So part of the city, as in the old city of Bethlehem, that's how it's divided, like in the new part, and which is appears from here to the right side down there, apartments and a lot of things. And the very interesting place is the old city of Bethlehem and the Star Street. And that's the place where we're celebrating Christmas. It starts like tour to the Church of Nativity, because connecting to the Church of Nativity, we have about 28 of local group of scouts playing music on the 24th of December, welcoming the Patriarch. And during the year, we have like Christmas fest, we have like Christmas market that's happened like this year. We have like Bethlehem Life fest that's happened in summertime. Usually enjoy it with locals to bring here, trying to bring life back to the city of Bethlehem. The old city appears from here into your left side, part of it as the old part city, and in the way back we're going to see it way better. So that's the Star Street, and that's where we are going to see like houses, maybe small houses that return back to the 17th century, and people are still existing, like using it. People not from the 17th century, from now using this, you know. So this is the main street, as I mentioned again. It's a very small street. We call it the new street also because it was opened around 1953. So it's part of the new city somehow. That's why it's called the New Street or the Manger Street. We're going to see, by the way, another viewpoint for the Shepherd's Field and the Field of the Shepherd, where we used to be before. While into your right side, again into your right side, we're going to see after this building a viewpoint. It's a big viewpoint that appears so clear in the east of Bethlehem, and the Shepherd's Field into your right. We can see also the mountain look like a volcano furthermore into the east and right, and that's a Herodian Palace.
4 o'clock.
That's part of, yes, that's on 4 o'clock. Basically, it's right. It looks like a volcano, by the way, it's not. It was built like that way by Herod the Great. So basically, it's a castle, and they cropped the other mountain, they moved all the dust around there, and it was built like that way. And there's a lot of things that to see even inside. It's pretty nice, especially for the last things that they touched to cover. And by the way, Yehuda he found part of the Herod the Great tomb, and he moved it to the Museum of Israel, and that's proof that Herod the Great was buried down there. He died in Jericho and moved in a ceremony to the city of here, basically to the Herodian Palace back then. So that's according to this. Also, we can see viewpoint for the Church of Nativity into your right side here. Again, let's make it a little bit like a viewpoint.
We are going to see. We are going to be there. Yeah, we're going to be there anyhow.
So friends, our next stop is going to be in a Christian community store, Johnny's Place. We're getting there. I'd like to explain for you a couple of things about the local industry and about olive wood carvings as a main industry for the local people who are living in the city of Bethlehem, especially Christians, as the traditional crafts. There's rosaries, mother of pearl, Christmas ornaments, nativity scenes, and by the way, it's the whole year. It's Christmas here. This is the birthplace of Jesus.
Sure.
So they would like to get anything from there, they'll be happy supporting those communities over. So that's basically what we're going to see, like different kind of or varieties of qualities. It depends on the artist sometimes, it depends on what kind of work it is, if it's artistic work, hand carved, machine carved, and a lot of things. So soon we're getting there. You will have welcome drink, and please use toilets before leaving. And first, as we get in there, let's gather at the end of the store, so we'll explain